MMA fighting saying rumor Theo's already in the seat for UFC 319.
Bro, I'm not going to take credit for this, but I am.
Go for it.
When we did King of the Sting and Theo was just getting in the UFC, he would show up for the main event or the main card, like the third last fight, and I roasted him. I said, dude, you know how fucked that up is? You know how fucked up that is?
Yes, I remember this.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
I was like, dude, the real fights are on the prelims. Those are the guys you need to watch. Those are guys fighting for their meals. Those are the guys that need support. And Theo was like, Theo made some joke, and now he does it.
Yep.
Just saying, I was the first one to call him out, be like, you can't show up for the fucking main card. Don't be that guy. And now he's doing it.
And you'd always call him out for his
shitty tweets.
God, dude. So there's two Japanese boxers that fought in the same event, not against each other, the same event, and they both died from brain injury.
Was it the ref's fault? Did they just not stop and these guys were fucked up? Or it's just freak accidents same night?
It's just freak, same night.
So it says 2 Japanese boxers have died days after suffering brain injuries in separate fights on the same card. I'm not even trying to say their name. Katori died on Friday and Hiromasa on Saturday after being injured in the fights.
That's like
bleeding inside the skull.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, to me, this is like one of the craziest things, the craziest stories I've heard.
I'm just saying for this young kid. So his first, people are asking me online because I posted this. They're like, how do you even stop that? Well, first of all, if you do have the triangle and you're going to hang on to it and a guy's going to lift you, you have to cup the leg. So let's say I'm here, I'm cupping here, I'm cupping here. That way he can't posture up to slam me. That's triangle 101. Now, if for whatever reason, if he's punching, I'm in the triangle, and he stands up before, you let go.
Yeah. He even mentioned that in the post-fight.
What did he say?
He was like, this is what he should have done. He should have hooked.
Oh, did he say that?
He's like, he should have hooked the leg.
Yeah, basic triangle defense.
Yeah. But then he went like super, super high, just like Rampage.
It's almost identical to Rampage.
Yeah.
But Rampage, what, 12, 13 years ago?
Yeah. Against
Did we not learn from our history?
And then another thing that's identical is they both landed 2 more shots.
Now, my father-in-law was mad, right? My father-in-law was like, what the fuck? Why would that guy do that? I went, well, hold on. That's not on the fighter. You got to realize the fighter's in the moment, and if that guy pops up, and these guys are good, if that guy pops up and comes back, you lose half your pay. The ref know what the fuck you're looking at, dude. Get in there.
Yes, I know.
Because the fighters are trained to go until the ref jumps in there. I never hold against the fighters. Ever.
Yeah.
But those 2 shots didn't help. But he posted a picture at like fucking In-N-Out. It was like, eating In-N-Out. When he got out of the hospital, homeboy got slammed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's like, not feeling great, eating In-N-Out. You're like, all right, well, good luck.
Funny. Okay, so last week we talked about Jake Paul hiring this like very prominent attorney to fire back at people that are saying that he fixes fights. Mm-hmm. And Jake mentioned Piers Morgan, right? So Piers Morgan made a statement right after that. Let me show you his Instagram. Or not his Instagram, his X.
Piers Morgan found out Jake was coming from. I like Piers Morgan for the record. He goes, I posted a few weeks ago that Jake Paul's boxing career has been boring stage bullshit. What I meant is that his fights have been predominantly against older, past their prime opponents. We can't say stage then, buddy. Which might be lucrative for both sides and may have entertainment value. There you go. But don't reveal how he stacks up against currently ranked boxers, therefore are not a good look for the sport. It's just different, Piers. He's making money, and so are his opponents. I did not intend to suggest that the outcome was predetermined. We just said staged, so that would be predetermined, Bubba. Certainly didn't mean to suggest anything illegal. Also, when you say staged, that's illegal. But if your reports are correct that Jake is now in negotiations to fight Anthony Joshua, that would obviously be a seriously credible bout against one of the best heavyweights in the world. Jake is welcome to come on Uncensored to discuss this and verbally slug it out with me anytime. I would love that. Jake should do it because Piers is actually fair and he's awesome. I like Piers. I'm actually going to back up Piers here. And Jake, I love you. But so when he says If reports are correct that Jake is now in negotiations to fight Anthony Joshua, obviously there'd be a seriously credible bout against one of the best heavyweights in the world. This, to me,
I know.
this is where I don't want to get in trouble, right, Jake? This, to me, is where I go, whoa, hold on. I've been around combat sports for a very long time. If Jake Paul fights Anthony Joshua and it's not an absolute nuclear knockout, Anthony Joshua delivering to Jake Paul, then I got some questions. I'm not going to use the term staged or fake, but if that's a competitive fight in any facet, I got some questions. That's all I'll say.
Just questions.
Just got some questions. I know how it should go, but I got some questions. That's it. That's it.
And I thought this was kind of funny. This is from MMA Fighting. They looked at his old tweets.
The fights are crap. Sue me.
That's Piers, yeah. And then this is Jake.
Yeah, I don't get why Jake pays attention to this stuff. It's like, fuck him, dude. You know, like it's the boxing community. You're this outlier. You're causing waves. Like, fuck him, dude.
Check out this one from Piers.
Pierce said, I don't see how Jake Paul can possibly contradict the fact that he clearly stages fights that are to his obvious benefit. See, I think Pierce, he should, to help Pierce out, again, I like Pierce. I think Pierce, he shouldn't use the term staged. I think he should say, I don't see how Jake Paul can possibly contradict the fact that he clearly stacks the fights to his benefit. Now, the matchups are clearly calculated in Jake's favor. That doesn't mean that they're staged or they're fake. Mm-hmm. Now, you can criticize him for fighting older fighters, especially the Mike Tyson fight. You can criticize him for that, and rightfully so. He should be criticized. But also, he's making tons of money. So if I'm Jake, I don't give a fuck. And then Dylan Down said, I think he's ruined the sport, 100% ruining the sport. I think people are starting to catch on, though. I just, if you're watching Crawford and Canelo and then thinking that what Jake and Tyson are doing the same thing, you don't know fucking fighting. They're two completely different things going on. One's a spectacle, one's a combat sports spectacle, and then one's an actual tip of the spear, bar none, best of the best combat sports fight. They're different. And you can have both.
Yeah. We still watch them all. I don't know how interested you are in this, but this is just Conor McGregor on August 3rd says, I pray I am in as Ireland's president by the time the fight in the White House, happens, basically. And then Chandler wrote 335 days, which is like basically saying that's the date.
I'm over all of it.
I figured you would be, but this is...
And then you see, I hope Conor comes back, but then you see him like on the Mitch, like, holy shit, he's slow.
That's what I was going to ask you. What do you think of this?
And we've gotten so many videos of him just doing this. Yeah, he's not really going for speed there. So everyone going, oh, he looks slow. That's not what that is. But at some point, you just got to, it's like, you got to shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. But so the one thing about this, though, that gives him some credibility is I think Conor and John Jones, they both did like officially sign up back to the drug testing pool. Mm-hmm. Like recently, too. Mm-hmm. You're over it.
Yeah, both of them. It's like, who's going to fight?
Yeah.